You know the way I am by now? I'm writing down a few words of things I seem to go over and over. And I got done golf and I've done hockey, and I've really never gotten deep into one thing. For some reason, because I have my own nose, right? I seem to put it here, here, and here. I have no real guidance of where I should actually go, and I don't get deep enough. And maybe if I don't get deep enough, I can't explain the 3 point shot in basketball is beyond the arc. If you put an arc around numbers, you will cut off the 1 or the 3 or the 7 or the 9. One of them will be the top of the arc, the other one will be the open, because everything ends, right, on the flat earth. Everything ends on the flat earth. It goes around the top. Earth, the ozone layer is the earth. Two sides of the ozone layer make the round of the earth. But the real earth is basically layers of flat surfaces periodically laid out all the way down, looking round when they're all flat surfaces. That's why we have the waterfall. We don't have the waterfall for a perfectly round planet where the oceans stay flat. It wouldn't exist, the waterfall. Otherwise, all the water would fall. It'd be consistently falling, but it's flat layers of water, different levels of sand, different colors of sand. We put one here and one here and one here. And all we need to do is twist. All we need to do is twist, making two upwards in a leaf. Have you ever twisted a leaf? Turning, giving a bevel inside, sitting it by the lake, sitting it by the oceans, big pieces of land. Remember, find the dot I just put there on that page. I just did it. Why can't you see it? We are freaking small. Mountains? Mountains? Is that part of a planet? On a planet? The entire planet is a dot in an area of space that we can only see in the occupied eye and feel with only what we feel, but we breathe the air in the area that it takes up. You need to screw your way in through the area, space, the air. The air, you need to screw in the air. When you feel something up, right? If I feel something up, exactly this, where's the air going to go? I need air to come out while the product or whatever going in. That area space for air coming out, okay, is the area space lost. But if I screwed it, it would be the screw that would taking up the area space, and I will get a consistency of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 of Paisley. And every part turn will bring me another part of 1 inside the Paisleys. It's the leaf formation that goes around the shaft, that goes into a feeding house that feeds the chickens or the pigs. There's many different kind of spiraling ones that move where they have no shaft in between. They have a shaft only at the end. Once the screw stays within its area, its own sleeve on the outside is what guides the energy from the inside, same as wrapping up wrist. I was writing down the word Seroquel, to put away, to put the quills of the porcupine, the porcu, the pig, the porcupine, the Q of 1 and 3. What is 1 and 3? 1 will only exist as the point. 1 exists as the point to the two sides. That is your 1 of 3. 1 and 2, okay, are the two associations where 2 is on the outside to 1, or 2 is the two ends of a polar. Porqué or the pig. Cero is the key or the lock to put away Rio. Rio is R10, 18, 180 degree flat. Lie me down 180 degree flat. Bury me 6 feet deep and leave me 2 feet up. 2 by 6 is 12 and 8 equals to 20. R18 is 180. 9 times 20 equals to that 120. 20 and 10, JT. 16, 26, 42. Creation of the mind. In Rio, King. Porque, the King SR, they came out with Seroquel XR. SX, 5 and 19 equals 24X. XR, the polar mind. Controlling of the escape. The doorway that allows you to think the extra mile, to have complete concentration, to go to a world where you're out of this world and all of a sudden you get anxiety because you smoke Mary Jane. And you went into another world and now, oh my God, nothing was real. I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have done that. And you knocked yourself down so much that you no longer believe in your own reality. And nobody else does either, because you can't explain it. Because you haven't learned enough of it. You never get enough time to learn. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you get up again. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you get up again. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you get up again. The bipolar mind never stops, but it doesn't understand. But it seems to know where it's going because it always ends up in the same place. Almost every schizophrenic, bipolar, everybody's running to God, to God, to God, because there's a reality within inside the numbers that are transmitted in B52. The angle of 1 and 6 on your phone, the angle of 3 and 4 on your phone is DCAF, 16 of the light of creation of Earth and Mars, 1634, 1943. 19, 1 and 9 is 10, 0 equals 6, 6 and 1 is 7, 43 is 7, 6 and 1 is 7, 77, 49, 4 by 9 is 360 degrees. That's half of your numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or flip it over, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 9 to 4 equals 36, 1 to 6 equals to 6, 6 times 36 is 216, 216 hours in the 9 birth of the 24 hours of God. 2 and 4, where the 1 spirit goes into 2, 1, 2, 3, 1 in the middle of 2 on the diagonal, 1 in the middle of the 2 of the diagonal gives you 3 and 1, 4, 3 and 1, 4 for 1, 4 for 1, L and L, everybody's half and half. Although they call this number 9, it's actually number 1, but number 1 plays from here. But since it's a second level, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 5. 5 plus 6, 1 plus 5, or 5 plus 9. Just turn it around, it's the same thing. Turn it around once, turn it around twice, turn it around 3 times, and that's where we began. The 4th time brings you back to where you began. Remember this color in the corner near my mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I've seen it 5 times because it was there and it's back there again. Once we ended with it, the other we began. The reality is understanding the basic truth. This is just a cube. This is just a corner. There's just 3 different colors on this corner. It's across from this corner and this corner. How do I get there? If this was on the clock, I'd run down the arm of the clock. The mouse was up the clock, and the mouse ran down the clock to here. When the clock struck 1 over here, the mouse, whatever, he jumped the sticks over here to clock, and he went over here. The mouse was on the clock. What was he doing on the arms? Was he running on the seconds, 19 equals 7? On the minutes, 1 and 3 equals 4, 7 and 4. Or was he working on the hour, H equals 8, 148. 148, 74. 5, 14, 23, 32, 74, 7 by 4. 666 divided by 74 should equal to 9. 666 divided by 74 equals to 9. 7 and 4 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 9 and 2 are now connected in the center world. 2 plus 9 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 9 plus anything will always be the second number. 9 and 5, 14. 1 and 4 is 5. That's the way 9 works. 9 will work from here. See this 5? 3, 5, 7. We work in company of half and half. 3 times plus 2 is 5. 3, 4, 5. 3 and 2, I skipped the 1 over here. But it cost me 2 to get here. 1 plus 4, it took 4 hops to get here. But it only took 2 hops together. Hop in the middle and hop on top. Now, you got to hop to here, and then hop to here, and then hop to here. Would you say this is 4-legged animal? 4 by 2 is 8. And this is a 2-legged animal. 2 by 1 is 2. 4 and 2. 1, 5, 9 is the 4-legged animal. 3, 5, 7 is man. G-U-N, 7. 14th letter. 1 and 4 is 5. 7, 7, 7, 21. 2 and 1 is 3. G-U-N, 375. 1, 1, 1. 3 times 37 Nibiru. 1, 1, 1. What is the reflection of 111? Let's just add the reflection. Boom, boom, boom into the 7th gate. Now let's add the reflection to the 13th gate. Boom, boom, boom. 676. Well, I didn't want to do this AC/DC, and now I got to do it. Now I got to multiply it by 4 and show you 5772. That was the year 2012. Now I don't remember how I got there, what I did, but 5 and 2 is 7. It is the B world. This is a made-up world. We have been learning signs for what? I've been doing this for 10 years now, but don't count the first few years. I didn't know what I was doing. Now I trust in what I do because I understand and I see its own reality. I see that the V is 5. Why is it 5? It's actually 3. But it's the above and it is the second level below. The point over here is 1. The point over here is 1. The point over here is 1. If it's incoming, it is the light that's incoming towards this point and split out to here and here. So 3 gives you 2. And don't count this one. It is the point. It is the juncture. Out of 6, there's only 5. Out of 6, there's only 5. 1 is the area that it comes in. 5 is the center. 1 that comes in is 6. Do not count the 5 area. The total in numbers of 1 to 9 is only 40. It is not 45. But since 5 must be filled up with another number as 6, everything stops at 8, and then we start at 1 again. We do get 9 areas because 1 area is taking up space. It's an empty hole. 1 comes into the empty hole. The area hole is in the center of this. The center of this holds a calculator and it shows me number 5. Boom, bang, the ace 5 in the middle, right there. That's the center of the total of this total space. 50. 50 of 4 sides in the 4 world. 50 of 3 sides. Is that possible? 16, 1, 6, 6, 6, 1, 6, 6, 6, 1, 6, 6, 6. Spreading out the light. You follow me? If this was the value of 50, that would be 2 sides. But when it becomes 4 sides, it's 25. When it becomes 3 sides of 100, it's 3, 3, 3 plus 1 for the dot. From here to here to here is your 3. From here to here to here. But we don't come all the way to here. What we do is we stop here, and here's a ring. And we tie a rope from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. This rope, this single string that we tie, imagine we do 18 of them, or 20 of them, regarding the 20 months, the 20 days of the 18 months of the Mayan schedule. 18 strings, but 20 matches darts. So 20 strings. 20 strings. Okay, they each have 2 ends. Each end has to be tied. 1 in the lower circle, they'll all be closer together. 1 in the higher circle, they'll all be wider apart. Each one is 2 ends. 20 times 20 equals to 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equals to 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minus 5 equals to 40. 1 to 8 equals to 36, and that is your creation. The missing piece is inside the ring, right over here. But it's squared off from this side. How do we do this? How do we do this? You see, it's squared off from here to here. You're squaring a circle, right? The circle, see those little pieces in here? When you see these little alliance signs over here, the circle owns that. It's only a circle because it turned around. But diameter point to point will point that it goes right out to here, this circle. The circle owns all of this right into the corner. So if you want to know the exact size of a circle, the circle must be turned into a square because it owns that area space for movement. Okay? It owns that area space. So the circle is not a circle. According to the measurement of diameter space, the circle is this. And for complete movement, 9 is the circle. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 9 plus 10 equals to 19. There are 2 halves to the circle because you split the circle in half, right? Either this way or this way. If you split it in half, it's 9 and 19. Add another 9. 28. 28 and 19, 47. Magic square. 57 equals the moon. 57 is the electric that powers 47. 4 by 7 is the 28th cycle of 4 and 7, 11 equals 39 of the high sky. 4 by 7, 28. 4 plus 7, 11. 11 and 28 is 39. The letters S and T are the word rust. The rusty old bloody moon that keeps showing up in the sky because this world was created. And the story you heard is not me that I made it up. Ask science of the numbers. Ask the calculator why it's acting this way, where 13 times 13 and 14 times 14, the difference is 27. Why is there a difference between 1 and 3 and what is 4? What is 4's value and why is it on the left side? Because we count it all the time. 4 is the 4 corners of 4 on the inside for 2 times 360 degrees and 720 degrees inside of each other. Once you put a over here, if you put another one over here, you do. You have the outside perimeter of the 360 degrees, and you'd have the inside perimeter where the cut happens. Both of them are 360. One is going back to the left to live your entire 360 and opening. The other is to the inside and 360 and closing, the inward and outward spirals. 1 means I am the center of 313, and 4 is the middle of that. 313, I play 7 games. Each team wins 3. The 4th team will take you into the next revelation. 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 4 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 4 of them. This is the center of 4 and 4. Below this 5 is 1, 2, 3 numbers. Above this 5 is 1, 2, 3 numbers. To the side, all around 5 is 3 numbers. 4 times 12, 6. 6, there's 1, 2, 3 numbers. There's 3 numbers, 1 time, there's 1 above and 1 below. T, letter, 7, 8, 9. T's in the 5 and 2. T, letter, 1, 4, 7. The difference of T and T is this is a 2-letter trajectory. This is 6. If I do my T, I would have to do my T this way. I need the longer arm of T, 2 on the left and 2 on the right, and then 1, 2 all the way down here. So my T would be 1, 4, 7, 4, 5, 6. Do you understand the theory of this? I'm going to a distance of 6 drops. Understanding that this is only 2 drops, that if I was going to make the T, I would have to put the wider part spread apart, putting 3 on this side and 3 on this side. If I did it this way, it'd be 1 on this side and 1 on this side. So I use the T as 1, 4, 7, 5, 6, or you can have 7, 8, 9, 5, 2. Depends what we're trying to look for. Remember, the reality is 7, right? So in actuality, we take 3 on the left and 3 on the right. Forget about that. Let's not do it yet. Let's take 1, 3, 7, and 9 for 4 of them. That's all there really is 4. The rest of these are just the in-between of everything. And 4 and 2 repeat themselves, and 3 and 7 repeat. There's 2 3s in here that you don't see. There's 2 7s in here. There's 2 4s, and there's 2 6s. It's in between the empty spaces. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Can we do this calculation? 3 times 4 times 3 times 4 equals 144, which is 12 times 12, or 1440, times 10, 1440 minutes in a day, times 3 plus 4 is 7, and 3 plus 4 is 7. So now we're going to do it again. Now we're going to go 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 times 3 times 4 times 3 times 4 equals to 2016. Now isn't that freaky? Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. I like to play the numbers.